Good morning to the grind. Good morning to the grind. Another new day, another new way, another opportunity to do the things that we said we would do, to do the things that we're designed to do the things that we're made to do the things that we're created to do, and most importantly, to do the things that we're blessed to do. I'm KeJohnna Owens. This is the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. It's about motivating, empowering, and equipping entrepreneurs, community, organizations, businesses, and people that say they want more out of life. So if you're up this morning, God bless you. You got an opportunity to say, you know what? I'm going to put the best foot forward to what I want in my life. You know what? I might be a little bit earlier today. You know what? I might clean that break room today that's been so nasty for so long that everybody else today complaining about. You know what? Maybe today I'll do the thing that I just haven't been able to do. And today is just that day. You can make today the day. You can make today the day that you remember. You can make today the day that your legacy, your family remembers for legacies to come. Today could be that day. Let's say if we operate in the spirit of we get to, and we operate in the spirit of applying the level of the work that we do to match the level of the faith that we have, there it is right there. The other side will manifest itself. Today, a topic, don't get mad at the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. Part 2. We did this segment a little bit before. Because people we generally, it didn't work. The business, I didn't like it. Or whatever the case it might be. Signed up for school, didn't go to class, didn't get the results. So you can't be mad that you didn't get the degree to the class that you didn't go to. It's not that they don't give degrees. It's not that the class doesn't work. It's that we sometimes just don't apply the consistent dedication to the work to get to the end of the result that we desire to have. And you don't know what the result is going to be. That's the whole part about it. Each increment of any kind of success that I've achieved, and anybody else say the same, you think it's going to look away, but it doesn't look that way. It may feel good, but still you thought it was going to be something totally different than what it came out to be. You met John when you meant to meet Joe. You met Chris when you meant to meet Carl. You met the Chamber of Commerce when you went to, you understand, those relationships may have been totally not what you thought was going to happen. So the result on the other side is just a result of the work. Yes, sir. Great morning to you out there, Mr. Roscoe Lee Owens. I will say this as we get into the day. Think about the things that you said you wanted to do, that you started doing, that it's somewhere in between finishing to the end of the project and started the project, somewhere in there. You hit a lump, you hit an adversity, you hit a scenario, you hit a situation, and you hear me talk about solutions over situations all the time. We all face them. I got some stuff right here. I'll send it out to the cyberspace and let somebody else handle it. I wish it could. It doesn't work like that. It's got my name on it. It's got my stamp on it. It's my responsibility. You can't slide it off to anyone else. And you can't be mad at the results you don't get from the work you don't do. There's no magic pill. There's no get rich quick wand. We pray. We work. Faith without work is dead. Let's get into it. Good morning to you on the grind. It's going to be an amazing day. Don't be mad at the results you didn't get from the work you didn't do. Stand up.
When you start doing anything, the first step, you're excited. You're pumped up. You're going to be consumed with that thing you're doing. But a week into it, a month into it, a year into it, 5 years into it, many people begin to lose that fire. They get exhausted. They don't care anymore. They stop trying.
So they stop the daily tasks to move toward the goal, and they settle. They settle for I guess it wasn't meant to be. They settle for, I guess I didn't want to. They settle for the easy road. They settle for mediocrity. They give up and they let it go. But I'm saying, no, you cannot be like that. You can't allow your dreams and goals to slip by like that. You must stay focused. Don't allow anything to pull you off your game plan.
If you don't finally get your focus in check, if you keep wandering around distracted, if you keep looking at every new thing that pops up in your feed, if you keep trying every single new opportunity, if you keep saying yes to everything, if you keep listening to everybody's complaints, if you keep doing whatever they ask you to do, at some point, you will lose your life.
You must reclaim your attention and limit it down to the very few things you care about the most. Cut off anything else that doesn't support you.
Embed that long-term goal in your mind. Burn it into your soul. Think about it. Write about it. Talk about it. Hang it up on your wall. But most importantly, do something about it every single day. Start working a plan to get where you want to go and minimize everything else. Getting very clear on the mission and working the plan. Everything else, guess what it gets? A no. You tune out every voice and noise outside of yourself, and you lock your focus on this one thing, and you give it everything you've got.
What is it that you need to immediately stop doing in your life to take back control of your time? Is it social media? Is it watching 7 seasons of a show every week? And what do you need to start doing? What do you need to start doing every day, every week, every month, every year to be the best version of you?
Because whatever you spend your time on is what determines the outcomes of your life. Disciplining yourself buys you freedom to do what you want. Sacrifice leads and gains follow. Don't bother looking for any gains when you haven't made sacrifices.
You gotta give stuff up in order to go up. So the question is, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to skip the parties, cut out the socializing, pass on doing the cool thing on the weekend with your friends?
Because that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take you dedicating every single fucking moment, every single ounce of energy and effort you have to pull it off. Forget about balance. You have to be obsessed with the thing you want and don't allow anything to pull you away from it. If you really want to win, pack your calendar because everything is based off of activity. The more you execute, the more results you will see. You break away from the pack by doing more than other people are willing to.
It's impossible for you to lose if you pack your calendar with tasks to be done every single fucking day of the month, morning till night. You do that year after year after year, and you will undoubtedly become one of the greatest in whatever the fuck you want to do. A champion focuses only on the goal. They don't allow anything else into their mind that won't help them win. And so if you want to be a winner, what you're focusing on throughout the course of the day has to change. What you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to, the conversations you're having. You must now be fully focused on your dreams and your goals.
And it all starts with what you're doing today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, when you're great, you don't just focus on a year. When you're great, you don't just focus on a month. When you're great, you don't just focus on a week. You focus on the 24 hours in front of you and you work relentlessly to nail it. What is it that makes a lion the king of the jungle? It's not his speed. The cheetah is the fastest. It's not his size. The elephant is the biggest. It's his mentality. The mentality of a lion is what dominates every single other animal out there. And the lion's not born with lion strength. It has to earn it. It has a killer mindset from birth. That tells it you either kill or be killed. So it is the process of hunting. It is the chase. It is the drive that makes a lion become a beast. So whether he catches that animal or not, every time he goes on a hunt, he is developing. He's becoming stronger. It's not about winning or losing. It's about the whole process.
And you get so caught up in the outcomes of everything you do that you forget what it's all about. It is practicing. It is eating right. It is training. It is putting in more reps than everyone else. It is grinding longer and getting up earlier than your competitors. Win or lose, you give every single day everything you have. You leave nothing on the table.
It is that process that shapes you and forms you into a beast.
And why so many of you lose is because you think grinding is what you do when the lights are on and it's game time. You think it's what you do when the sun comes up and everyone's eyes are on you. That's not the real grind. The real grind is what you do when nobody's watching, when nobody sees you, when you're running those extra miles.
when you're doing those extra reps, when you're pushing yourself to do more than anybody expects of you. It is that level of effort that forms your greatness. When you can force yourself to do shit that sucks every day of your life, you build mental toughness. When the alarm goes off in the morning, you get your ass up. When you have a deadline for a project to be done, you make sure you get it fucking done. When you know you gotta study, you start fucking studying. That's how you callous your mind. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be hard, but at the end of all your suffering is the life you want. Embrace the suffering. No one's coming to fucking help you. It's you against you, period. The water's too cold, the sun's too hot, I'm getting up too early. Why am I doing this to myself? That's what the normal mind says. You gotta start training your mind to think about how the you can get through this. Not giving yourself a way out. Creating a wall around all the fucking ways out in your mind. So then your mind knows this motherfucker is not gonna give himself a way out of here.
Your new norm becomes getting up every damn morning at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and you suffer. You allow that to become your new fucking lifestyle. Most people try to get away from that. They want the comfort, but you gotta separate yourself from the pack. You have to tell your brain, this is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer.
When you do this consistently and it becomes your mentality, the shit that used to be hard becomes easy.
You must retrain your mind to think differently when you're in hell. When something sucks, good. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna strengthen my mind. And it's gonna lead to rare achievements. So bring it.
When you get to that point, that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes. Your dedication changes.
Use the time you have right now to strengthen your brain. Push yourself to do hard shit. Come out the other side of that challenge as a beast. You gotta start thinking to yourself, I'm the grittiest motherfucker in the world. And I don't need shit to get this done. All I need is the ability to grind my ass off.
Greatness is not something that you have to meet once. It's something that you gotta meet thousands of fucking times in your life. But you don't reach it if you're not continuously in constant pursuit of greatness. Kobe Bryant never sat there and bragged about how many championships he won. No, he was always up at 3 o'clock in the morning, practicing every day. Why do you think he was so great? It's not just genetics or talent, it's his ability to force himself to execute, no matter what's going on. So right now, this is the time to work. You better take the short time you have now and be the best that you can be. No more waiting, no more procrastinating, no more excuses. We're gonna work. Because when you put in the work, you always get the same consequences. You get paid, you get rewarded.
Do the work, man. Everything I've ever tried, it made me apply a work level that was different than what I thought I would have to give. I love when they say, all you have to do is, think of the job you've ever, well, all you have to do is, they start you off with that. It's really comfortable in the beginning. All you have to do is, well, we start at 9, here's the break room, and give you the walk around, you take the 2 week, they call it a puppy. They call it a puppy, especially in construction. They walk you around and they'll ask you where you got your new puppy. It might be a group of puppies. That's your training. You're learning where the bathroom is. You're learning where the equipment is. You're looking at the inventory room. They give you a light description of the tasks that you may have. And you start on Monday going through your training process. I know people can relate with it. It's really simple. You meet your management, you meet your group, you see your desk or your office or whatever that is that you have, your locker or whatever it is. And then on next Monday, after the week of training, they say, well, you start your task. You know what they give you? I call it a toilet bowl brush. Now, that's figurative, meaning you're starting from the bottom. You have that idea of you're going to get this promotion in the first 90 days that they offer after probation, right? You go through the probation period, you start to be able to activate your benefits, you start to be able to activate your off days and all that kind of stuff right there. You see the big picture. You start on day 1, you go through that training as the puppy, right? You're following around, this where you do that, all of that. Then you start on that following Monday with the activity of the task. Whoa. See, now it's time to apply the work. Now it's time to apply all the stuff we talked about. And they say, well, I know your job description says executive person of said task. They got your plaque and everything. But they said, well, since you're new, you're going to have to be the one to open up and clean the break room. So what? Yeah. See, you have to apply some kind of level of something you think you didn't have to do to get to where you want to get to. And that's where we quit. We quit when the work doesn't look like what we thought it was. We still see the result that we want. We still want the thing. We still want the Bentley. We still want the big house. We still want the great wife. We still want the great husband. We still want the great family. We still want the powerful community. We still want the thing that we want. But when it comes to applying the discipline to the work that it takes to get the thing that we want, most times we just can't keep consistent. And we get mad at the project that we started saying that it doesn't work. We start to blame the other thing. And we get mad at the results that we didn't get. But we never get mad at the work that we didn't do. Somebody's got to get that. We got to get mad at the work that we didn't do, the commitment that we didn't give, the email we didn't send, the follow-up call we didn't give, the reminder we didn't send out, the extra work that we didn't do. When I go to events, bring a trash bag so that I can make sure I clean up my area. But you know what I had to do? I had to learn that you need to have those things first. It's so much to learn in whatever it is that you're doing. In the difficult task of forward process and forward progress is learning new things along the way that are difficult to do or different or most likely just uncomfortable. I don't like sales. Well, I don't like early mornings. I'm not a morning person. I'm not a night person. Those are the things that most times we're going to have to activate that we didn't want to do. But what happens is we get mad at the results we didn't get, but never get mad at the work we didn't do. So if we start to be honest with ourselves, this is what part 2. We start to really be honest with ourselves. We take out a piece of paper. We ask ourselves, do I wake up early enough? Am I applying enough to get to what I'm not talking about what somebody else says you should have or couldn't have. I'm talking about ourselves. I'm talking about when you talk to you in the mirror. I talk to me, I don't know. I think I'm as normal as anyone else. I talk to me in the mirror in a way that nobody in the world would be able to talk to me. Man, you better get it together. Man, you better have your effort together today. You better be on it. You need to make as many calls as you need to make to get the task done that you need to get to so you can get the result. And here's something for you out there if you want to get free time, freedom, balance. I'm going to talk about balance briefly on the other side. Think about balance. See, they tell you, well, you got to have balance. And and most times the balance that people want you to have is the balance of comfort. They never say apply more effort of balance to doing more work to get more free. See, more freedom applies more work. If I don't want to do something next weekend, that means that today on and through, say, next Friday, I apply a level of work that allows for the work that I need to have done be done. So that on Saturday and Sunday of the next weekend, when I want to do something, I don't have to feel like, well, I didn't finish my task. I didn't do the work that it takes to maybe deserve the opportunity to have the balance because I'm out of balance. Don't let the balance that you seek be comfort. Let the balance that you seek be effort. Balance your effort. Don't balance your comfort. Comfort is easy. It's easy to go to the beach. It's easy to go to the party. It's easy to do the easy thing. And that's why most people do the easy thing and hate the hard thing. So they want you to have a balance away from the work and balance in the comfort because you make others uncomfortable with a work ethic and a determination and a goal to get out of the pot. We're going to have a podcast about the pot soon enough. And what I mean by that pot where the crabs is in the pot. And they don't want you to get out. So every time you're almost out, they pull you back down. Look at a crab pot in a boil. You see, they don't want you to get out. So we stay in environments that don't even want us to get out. They want you to be comfortable in the pot so you can boil. Oh, they boil the frog slow. Starts off slow in the pot. It's warm. It's comfortable. But see, if you put the frog in the pot while the water is hot, it'll jump right out. But if you just subtly bring up the heat, and that's the way comfort is. That's the way procrastination works. Talking to myself. Looked at some of the things that I have tasked myself to do, and I've let them pile up to a degree. And each and every one of us have this in our lives, so it's not uncommon. Think about things that you needed to do for some time. And over time, and that it just piles up and piles up and piles up and piles up. And what you find is you got so much backup to get done that you don't want to do the work to get through. So philosophy to adapt is do the little things consistently long enough to get the desired results on the other side. So just start today. Start doing the little things consistently. Clean that closet. Clean out that garage. Clean out those cabinets. Get your office in order. Whatever it takes for you to just incrementally get a little bit better, so that you can have the balance. If it's comfort, get the comfort by applying the work. I think Denzel Washington said it best. Do what you need to do now so you can do what you want to do later. My dad was amazing at that. I could pretty much do anything I want. Anything I wanted. I mean, I could pretty much do anything I wanted. Go anywhere I wanted, but I couldn't do anything I wanted to do if I didn't do everything that I had to do. So if the yard was not cut for Saturday morning fun and activities, you're right, as a kid, you want to get out and have a great time. Well, how you gonna get out and have a great time? You didn't do the chores. You got to balance. You have to balance your work ethic with your life effort. So think about the work you need to do. Do the work so you can have the balance. What if you did the work so consistently, so with such dedication, that at the end of the work, the result was that you could fly back and cross the world in little bitty jets. Man, Dubai, Paris, London, whatever it is for you, back and forth, whatever it is for you, you could do it with the freedom of, I applied a level of work that matched the level of the faith that I have. And now I'm living in the faith that I have because I applied the work that I had to do. Somebody's going to get it today. Somebody's going to apply something a little bit different today. Yes, do the work and the blessings will show up. It just begins to appear, and it does. Absolutely. You got it. You got it, champion. The recording, most definitely. And amazing to be a partner with you because you have that work ethic, Kel. I appreciate you. Let's go. Let's get up. I'll tell you one thing as we get on to the other side. If there's something you want and it should stretch further than what you've ever had, get in rooms of people that are willing to help you. Get in rooms of people that may have done the thing that you want to do so they can give you not a shortcut, because I believe that shortcuts lead to long routes, but they can give you an inroad to where you want to get to. So you don't need a shortcut. I don't know if there are any, but you can get an inside route. And if you could just get that inside track gives you an inside tip to things that most people won't have because you go into rooms that most people won't go into. Stand by. going to share some quick information with you about what's coming up this month there in Pomona. We are totally excited about what we're doing at the Alliance Community Cultural Center, the African American Advisory Alliance in Pomona. We'll be having a meet and greet coffee pop-up there in the morning on the fourth Thursday of each month. This will be taking place. It's going to be really cool, really exciting, really empowering. Businesses, entrepreneurs, community leaders will be coming out, get a cup of coffee, meet and greet, share some information about what's going on in the community and how you can make an impact alongside us. So that'll be from 9 to 10:30. We'll get up, and right around 11 o'clock, we'll have a community connectivity networking plug-in, essentially getting people involved with what's going on. We'll have speakers, we'll have different training sessions, and this month is going to be a really great, empowering. We got the Mayor Pro Tem of Montclair coming out. We've got a lot of people that will be engaged. We look forward to seeing you there. That's through the day. 3 different episodes of training and presentations there through the day, and then at night, and the jazz owner is going to show up, show out, keep cool jazz sizzling, so you have provided live jazz for the evening of entertainment to close out the night. Really exciting to it. And the location is amazing in itself. Reach out to the African American Advisory Alliance, Charles Swodek. She is, just hands down committed to the community, and she wants to make a difference with you. And the way we make a difference is we connect the dots to success. Connect with people that are driven to make a difference. Connect with people that are open to opportunity to make a difference with others. So we'll be there. That'll be the 4th Thursday of every month. Looking forward to it. Come on down, have a great time with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. This has been the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. I'm KeJohnna Owens, each and every Monday through Friday morning, 6 a.m. God say so willing, so fit. I get to present something that makes a difference in somebody's life. It's an honor. So let's have an amazing day. Have an amazing day on purpose. If you want to succeed in any sort of manner, don't be mad at the results you don't get from the work you don't do. See you on the other side.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.